Hello everyone. In today's session we are going to see how we can use MaxxERP software for transport. So first we are going to create a locations. So we will go to File, Locations, and here we have to enter the location name. So for example, I have already created 3 locations, which is Chennai, HO will be default, and Mumbai. So for Chennai, if I want an sub-location, that means under Chennai, if I'm receiving my goods, or if I'm sending my goods from Chennai or Madavaram or Rainavaram, then I have enabled sub-location as well, and then we'll just save. Now if we go to File, Sub-location, in here we have to select the location. For example, Chennai. I can create a sub-location here. So for Chennai, I have created 2 sub-locations. One is Chennai and second is Madavaram. So if I click Chennai, here I can even have the destination stations. So for destination station is Chennai, HO, Mumbai, and 3 sub-locations of Mumbai. And then we'll just save. Next, if you go to Masters, Account Master, here we can create our account names, bank name, expenses, and all. So for example, I am creating a bank name, let's say, and the account group would be bank account. And then in the settings, I can choose this bank account is applicable for which locations, and in the address details, the state would be mandatory, and then we'll just save. Next, if you go to Masters, Account List, and click on Show, so you can see all the account list here. So next we are going to see how we can enter the transaction and see reports of goods moving from one place to another. So in the logistics, the first part is about transaction and the second part is about reports. So in transaction, first is LR, that is load receipt, and here you have to select from and to location. For some users there will be a default location as well. So if it is going from, let's say, Madavaram, to location also should be selected to be Vandi. And what is the pay type, like to pay, paid, or to be billed? Let's take first as to pay. Next is the mode, whether it is go down delivery or door delivery or urgent door delivery. Next is we have to enter the details of the consignor and consignee, that is who is sending the goods to whom. So let's say, and then you can enter the mobile number and GST of both. Next is the product description, what type of product is being sent, so how many articles, take 10, and what is the packaging, that means what is the unit, let's take cartons, and what is the weight of that, and it should be calculated on weight or articles. So let's take it on weight, and for 1 kg the weight will be, let's take 100 rupees. So for the 10 cartons the total rate is 1000 rupees. And next is self number. You can enter the self number here and the agency as well. For example, I am giving it as *1, and if you want to create agencies, you have to go to Masters, Other Master, and Agency. So here you have to enter the name of the agency, and then we can save. Next is supplier invoice number. So the bill the supplier is having and what is the invoice number, you can enter here, and what is the invoice date, which day, and what is the amount. So these details are only for reference and it is not compulsory to enter it. And what is the e-way bill, the invoice, the expiry date, you can enter here. Next is the Hamali charges. Let's say it's 50, and any statistical charges are there, even that you can enter here. And if you have any GST and other charges also, you can enter here, and then we can just save. After making a load receipt, we'll go to logistics, goods dispatch memo. So when the goods are dispatching, we can make this. So we have to select the from location. So the from location is Madavaram and the to location is Bhiwandi. And then you have to enter the truck number here. So for creating truck number also, you can just go to masters, other masters, truck master. So here you can create a new, in the name you have to mention the number plate of the truck and the name of the person, name of the truck and the owner of the truck also, and the PAN card. And then we'll just save. Click on select LR, and then which LR is moving, you have to click on that, and then we'll just click on save. And if you have any barcode also, you can mention here, and then we'll just save. And now if I want to see the status of my LRs, I can just go to logistics, LR status, and enter the LR number and select the location, and then click on proceed. So you can see the status here that the goods is on the way, and even you can see the GDM details has been updated here. So if you click on open here, so it directly goes to goods dispatch memo. And next we'll go to logistics, hire payment advice, and here you have to mention the from location and what is the GDM number. So next you have to mention for how much amount you have fixed the driver for. Let's take it as 1500, whereas you have paid an advance of 500, and the remaining amount is where it is payable, whether it is payable at Bhiwandi or Madavaram. Let's take it as Bhiwandi, as it is the destination location. And here we have to mention the driver name, through whom he has been engaged, and then we'll just save. Now if we go to logistics, LR status, enter the LR number, location, and then we'll just click on proceed. So we can see the higher payment advice has been updated here, and if we click on open here, it directly opens the particular tab. Now if you again go to logistics, goods inward memo. So when the goods are arrived in the destination location, we'll make an goods inward memo. So the location where the goods have been received is Bhiwandi, and the GDM location is Madavaram, and you have to enter the GDM, that is goods dispatch memo number here, and then you have to tick on this if the goods have been checked. And if you want to update the mobile number of the consignee name, that is to whom this goods have been delivered, then you can just click on update mobile number and enter the number here, and then we'll just click on proceed. So the mobile number gets automatically updated here, and then we'll just save. Next, if you go to logistics, LR status, and enter the LR number and click on proceed. So here we can see that the goods have been inverted, and even we can see the goods inward memo here. If you just click on open, the voucher gets opened here. Next, if we go to logistics, invoice, and then where the invoice has been made, that location you have to enter, and whether it is an invoice or DC. So it's an invoice, and then we'll enter the consignee's name. So you can see an LR has been showed here. So if you want to select this one, we'll just click on that, and if you have any other charges, you can mention, and we'll just save. So next, if our LR type is paid, if you go to load receipt, and I have made a load receipt which is of paid type, and I have mentioned all the details here. Similarly, I have already made the good dispatch memo, higher payment advances, and the goods inward details as well. So all the steps will be the same, but while making the invoice in the logistics, invoice or DC, let us select the location here, and if it is a paid, then you have to make DC and then enter the customer's name, select the LR, and then just save. So next, if the goods have been traveling to the other places which is not mentioned in the locations, that means in our location only Chennai and Bangalore is there, whereas it is going to some other state or some other place, then if we go to logistics, load receipt. For example, I have taken Chennai. It is dispatching from Chennai to other location. I have already mentioned here a Noida. LR type will be to pay, or you can make it as paid as well. And you can enter all the details here. Similarly, for goods dispatch memo, if I open here, the from station will be Chennai and the to station will be others, and you have to similarly you have to select the LR. And next again, if you go to LR, higher payment from location will be Chennai, and when you enter the GDM number, it will automatically fetch the to station, and the amount will be only payable at Chennai, all the from location, and then we'll just save. Next, in the load receipt, goods inward memo. So for that, we'll go to logistics and goods inward memo. Before that, we should make sure that in the file sub location, in the locations, like my sub location is Chennai, so in the destination station it should be Chennai to Chennai also should be take, then only this will work, otherwise it won't work. Similarly, if the goods are going from Mumbai to some other place, then in the sub location in Mumbai, the destination station Mumbai to Mumbai should also be in text, and then we'll just save. And then here we'll select the location Chennai and GDM location also as Chennai, and enter the GDM number. Click on find, and then we'll just click on checked and save. Next, if we go to logistics invoice, and if we click on location as Chennai and enter the details, so we can see the LR here, and we'll just tick this LR and save it. So next, if we go to logistics and trading registers, so these are all registers of the transactions we have done in the LR, GDM, HPA, GIM and invoice. For example, if you take HPA register and just click on show, so you can see all the HPAs here. Similarly, if you go to logistics, GDM gain register, and we can select any from location, and then we can just click on show. So here we can see the GDM number, what is the from to location, what are the hiring charges, how much you have paid in advance, and how much you have collected from the customers, and how much is the gain and loss here. And if there is any remarks also we can see. And if you just click on any GDM report here and click on GDM status, you can see details, gain details of a particular GDM. Next, if you go to logistics, HPA advances and balance register, and click on show, so we can see what are the hiring charges, how much is payable, how much advance is payable, how much advance is paid, how much is unpaid, and how much balance is yet to be paid, and how much balance is paid yet. So we can see all the amounts here, and to whom and at which location it is payable also. So for example, let's take HPA1 Madhavaram to Bhiwandi. So the advance was payable at 500 rupees, but it is not been paid yet. So advance is still unpaid. So if we'll go to accounts, payments, select the location Chennai, and what is in Chennai which sub location, and then enter the account name as advance payable. So you can see there is 500 rupees advance yet to be paid. Just click here, enter. So you can see Madhavaram, and against Madhavaram first reference number 500 is yet to be adjusted. So if you just click 500 and click on proceed, and then we'll save. If you again go to HP advances and click on show, so we can see here that 500 rupees is paid, the advance is being paid, and balance is yet to be paid 1000 rupees. That is at the destination place. So again, if you go to accounts, payments, select the destination, that is Mumbai. Under Mumbai it's Bhiwandi, and enter balance payable. So we can see it is 17,500, and in that 1000 rupees I'm paying. So it is coming again 1000, and just click proceed, And again, if we go to HPA, click on show. So we can see here the Madavaram to Bhivandi, there is no transaction here. So we just click on show all entries and click on show. So it will show us that the amount has been paid and unpaid amount is 0 as well. Next, if we go to logistics, LR expenses analysis, click on show, we can see the expenses analysis here. For example, if under expenses analysis I want my statistical expenses and my Hamali charges as well, then I'll just go to masters, account master, and search, click on edit, and LR expenses is required. It should be in text, then only it will be shown in the expenses, and we'll just save. If we are paying for the charges, we'll just go back to again accounts, payments, select the location, enter Hamali. There is 550 amount that has been pending. Let's take it as 50. Then you have to enter the LR expenses. The Hamali charges is being set off. Click on proceed and we'll just see. So here we can see the expenses was of 250 and income was only of 100, by a difference of 150. So even if we double click here, so we can see that Hamali charges was 100, where we are paying the expenses of 250. And if we click on summary, we'll get to know how much is for Hamali charges and how much is for statistical charges. Next, if we click the drop down, we can see even the expenses analysis here. Next, to go to logistics, stock register, and click on show. So here we can see the goods which are not been delivered yet, we can see here that the GDM dates and GDM numbers have not been allotted yet. So it is still pending at Madavaram and Andheri, whereas this second one, they are not been delivered yet. Now if we go to logistics, no sales customer, we can see if any customer which has not been repeated, like after 10 days or 15 days, we can mention which customers have not come for 15 days, and in the Andheri location we can see those customers here as well. Next, if we go to accounts, receipts, if there is any inward amount, you can mention it here. Now next, if we go to accounts, ledger reports, ledger, select the location, enter the account name. Let's take accounts payable. So you can see the ledger here of all the location, of Chennai location only. If I can see the Chennai location here, and if I want to see Mumbai, I'll just click on Mumbai and click on show. I can see Mumbai location here as well. So next here we are going for the users. So while setting up for the users, we'll go to file, users, and here we'll create a new user. Example, I'm creating a staff member, Ram. What is the role? Let's take LR and GDM role. And what is the accessible location for him? Let's take it's only Chennai. Next is which under Chennai which sub-location? It's only Madavaram. And we'll just save. Now, if the users log out and I log in as Ram, so I can in logistics, I can only see these kind of reports, and that also in load receipt, I'll have a fixed location as Madavaram. Similarly for goods dispatch also, it will be defaultly as Madavaram. So that's it for today's session guys. Thank you.